Hey, Stacy and I have created some recommendations for shady pollinator gardens. This will address both your back, kind of complete shade garden that you had, as well as the pollinator garden up to the right of your driveway. So let me show you how to use this tool, because since we didn't talk a lot about exactly what you wanted it to look like, and what I found is you do some plantings 1 year, and then you want to grow it the next year, change it, or just add to it. So I wanted to show you some options that you can come back to this tool and use it. So let's see how to use the tool. So this is an Excel spreadsheet, and the names of the plants are over here. If they are native, they are in this light green color. There's a few things in here that are not native to Texas, including not even native to this part of North America and South America, but they're not invasive. They do very well here, and they're really good for pollinators here. So it doesn't mess with our ecology, so we recommend them. This is an example. So cilantro, while it's more of a garden herb, right? But it's a larval host for butterflies. So it's highly recommended. All right, so let me show you how to use. At the far right, you're going to find information about how to use this in your garden. So there's some detail here, and then to help you sort it a little bit, there's an area, meaning is it in the back shade garden or in the front pollinator garden, and then use. So right now, what I did was I sort A to Z by the use. And then I say, okay, well, I'm going to be looking in the back garden. So I'm going to sort A to Z. And so everything over here will be by use within this area section. So for the back shade, you can see all of these Mexican petunias, inland sea oats. These are going to be smallish plants, 2 feet tall maybe, and they'll just be great filler around a tree, around an area. You might can use sweeping lines and put inland sea oats over here and Mexican petunias over here, and then put a specimen right up in the middle of them. You can, so there's a, it's your creativity. Like these, I'm explaining to you how to use these as paints and you can draw whatever picture you like. But see, these are Mexican petunia, inland sea oats, horse herb would be a ground cover. Those are excellent for deep shade. All right. And now horse herb is more flexible than these other ones, and you'll see there's light requirements. Let me go back over here. And there are light requirements here. So you see some things like Yaupon holly, horse herb, they're more flexible than other things. Inland sea oats, they really want the shade. Okay, so you can say, okay, I'm going to work on my back shade garden today. So you look, you can sort, you can even filter. So say you only wanted to see things that were in your back shade. So we get rid of this one. And everything here is going to be in your back shade. And then this shows it's, like a filler, a large planting area. This is your ground cover. These are taller bush-like things. Again, there's a habit over here. Let me show you that. See, there's a habit. So all of the plants are fully described, height, weight, whether they're perennial, evergreen, etc. And their bloom time. So you may want, when you kind of think you have a plan together, go check your bloom time and make sure you have something blooming early and something late and something during the summer. Okay, so as you see, there's not tons that will do super well in shade, but we did come up with some really good options. And so the word screen, if you're not familiar with it, it's like to hide things, to hide your neighbor. It's basically another word for hedge. Um, uh, some other things you want to think about. Let me unfilter this. There's more description about how area and use go together in the way I was thinking about it. Some of the things I suggested that they go along the driveway. For your lower plantings, I actually had for the really low and then a little bit higher, maybe, go down your driveway, and then have in the middle be kind of wilder with just different filler things. And when I use the word specimen, that means instead of a hedge of these, you can use it to draw attention and maybe have pots or a bird bath or one of the pollinator water bowls or something there with maybe some smaller plants ringed around it, but it just calls attention to that area. Some good things for that are like the weeping yaupon holly, because it's rather unusual and so it draws your attention. Spirea um, is not one of my favorite plants, but it's so showy and white for a long time, so that might be a good option. So let's see what I have here for specimen. So I come here and I can just type in the word specimen. So Yaupon holly, I mentioned that. Turk's cap. um I usually like Turk's cap in plantings of 3 because they're a little leggy and you can put them kind of close together and they can overlap slightly, but I don't really like them in a hedge, but you can make them a hedge. If you did that, I think I would make them like do Yaupon holly behind it for the real screening deep, and then put beautyberry or Turk's cap in front of it because they're leggier and don't really hide things, don't give you a sense of privacy. So I just wanted to show you how to kind of look at this and use it to build your own garden the way you would like it. Let me know if you have questions.